They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Winslow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Faced for their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Winslow. And he lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Kill! 47! Kill!
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. Very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down. Winslow. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Winslow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Winslow able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Winslow toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On second down, it's Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on third down. Winslow got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a give here to Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they looked up there for a 1st down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Prescott off play action. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 3rd and long for Prescott. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Nyheim Hines with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there. Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Winslow. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long. Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hines. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nyheim Hines, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Winslow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Winslow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, They work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McPherson now for the extra point. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a shotgun handoff and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals, TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Winslow. And now here's another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. This is Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 12.
Hey, 47, 26, 46, 26.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Pollard. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Winslow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winslow, left side to Lamb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Winslow. And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Oh boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad
touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this year.
He's got a man complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A big pickup of 38. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. Heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner has no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.